Welcome to Incognito Islamic Productions.
Only way that the West is able to maintain order is through conditioning, psychologically conditioning from a young age, children to act in accordance with the dictates of the nation state through a massive educational structure and conditioning through media, through the status quo constantly. That's the only reason there's order in the West. Is because of this top-down system. Think about it, right? A child born in the West, from the minute that he steps into the world, he's being controlled by an institution, because children are born in a hospital system that has regulations, hospital system that will immediately grab the child, weigh it, measure it, inject it, right? The child is maybe a couple of months with the mother, then she has to go back to work, right? She's a strong, independent woman. She goes back to the workplace. That baby has to go to another institution, daycare. It's not even a year old and is already being institutionalized until preschool and then kindergarten and then primary school, high school, all institutions, 40 hours a week. Right? With strangers, individuals that have no relation to him, no blood relation, not family, not father and mother, in those kinds of institutions. Then he goes to college, then he gets a job, then he lives and works in this corporate system, sucking out his life from him, right? Going 40 hours, 50 hours a week to work. And then coming home, he doesn't have a real marriage because, look, you have Tinder. Why even bother with commitment? Why bother with a marriage? Just sit in front of your laptop or the computer or TV, watch Netflix, watch Game of Thrones, then order on Uber Eats, order your food. And that's the modern existence, living in your little apartment, working and paying rent. Day after day after day after day. This is the modern existence. Then you get to a certain age. Your kids, if you have maybe 1.2 children, as is the average fertility rate in the Western world, maybe they care about you, maybe not. You practically don't know them. How could you when they're in their institution and you're in your own corporate world? Then you get to a certain age of becoming elderly. You have to be put in a home and you're sitting and rotting away trying to live the rest of your days, again, in front of the TV. And then you die. And if you die in your own apartment, no one will even know that you're dead. Because your kids aren't visiting you. You don't have a wife. You've been divorced for 30 years. And this is so common. Individuals, elderly, dying by themselves in their apartment, that there are entire industries for cleaning it out, because the only way that anyone knows that you're dead is the stench of your corpse wafts into the apartment building, and your neighbors notice the stench and they call these cleaning companies to come in and clean up your decaying corpse. This is modern life. This is the atomized existence in the nation state. Okay, this is what liberalism wants for people. This is what liberalism is trying to impose on the entire globe. Okay, and they're being successful because of people like you, but people like you who are propagandists against Islam, advocating this kind of liberal freedom. Oh, you're so free. You can sit in front of Netflix and order Uber Eats. So much freedom. Just pursue your dreams, right? You have $100,000 in college loans that you have to pay off. So you have to work some soulless job so you can make enough money because you're so far in debt. You can't depend on a stable, loving relationship because all of society is pounding into your head that you have sexual freedom. You need to be active, sexually active. And you're consuming all of this media that glorifies fornication and adultery. You have a system that's telling women that, oh, you shouldn't be tied down by a man. You're independent. You're an independent woman. Okay? You need to spread your wings, right? Yeah, this is a dystopia, man. This is a dystopia. This is worse. George Orwell couldn't have imagined the kind of dystopia that we're living in. Okay? That's how crazy it is. That's been normalized. It's all part of the liberal atomized nation state plan. Islam is the alternative to this. Islam is the alternative to this.